No, nothing's but down question.
You're live. There you go, ladles and jelly spoons.
Whoa. Hi, everybody.
Nice. I'm showing them the sunset.
I'm trying to look into my apartment.
Don't tell them which one it is.
No.
Uh-huh.
Hi, everybody.
So this is the microphone, so they'll be picking it up. So I'm just sorting mine out and everybody's microphone out. I just want to see if you're all in the picture.
We are.
I think you are. And a bit further down.
Are we all in the picture? Is that a rhetorical question?
There's Juliane. Everybody's in. Okay. So I've got to plug everybody else in now. Blue is Chris, so that goes into that one. Red is this one. And green.
Grün.
I just hope I don't get the wine. Oops, I banged the thing. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. You can entertain him while I'm doing
We
this.
we can talk among ourselves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, how are you?
Good.
You're looking good.
As always.
The shades are cool.
Yep. Yeah.
Blue. Blue like your microphone lead. It's the color of the week.
I'm so happy that we're all back on the balcony.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
I know. I mean, not just that classes are, well, first of all, schools have been back, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, all my sisters are really surprised that schools here are back, and they went back without any problems. And again, maybe people didn't realize that from last September, the education authorities actually went to a lot of work to make schools less risky.
Yeah.
They hired loads more teachers so that they could have more classes, so less children in each class. And in my daughter's secondary school, half of the years now go to school in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So there are only half the amount of pupils in the same huge space.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So they can distance.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was simple thinking that seems to have worked. I mean, I don't want to say like, oh, there hasn't been a case, because I'm sure there have been, but the school hasn't closed. There hasn't been a need to isolate, because even during break time, they can only play or hang out with people from their own class. So that's, I mean, when you listen to radio back in Ireland and England, and one of the big daily questions is, when can schools open again, because they're closed. I don't know what it's like in Germany.
And the homeschooling is in Germany, I think a lot of places they do the homeschooling, which they have done in here as well.
Yeah.
But it's better.
But if you're a single parent with two kids, for instance, one is 5 and one is 12, you can't leave them and you work. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You suddenly to become a teacher to a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old and do your full-time job?
Yep.
And who's going to pay you to do that? Nobody, Teachers spend, 4 years in training to become teachers?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Where's Juliane gone? There she is.
Now, Tim, how's Tim doing?
I'm doing terrible.
Timmy baby.
I was technical Timmy baby.
Technical too, baby. Okay, let's have a look at this. Anybody got their earphones in? And now you can hear us. Okay, so we're online. I'm sideways, so I have to go out again. But the girls should be here now. That's looking very, very sunny there, ladies.
Oh, it is.
It is very sunny.
This is really a great view, huh?
It's just amazing.
Your
I'm
office.
not going to show them the view again because. Okay, we got loads. Where is Data Daz when you need him? Data Day. It's don't stress him. Okay, I'm not stressing. Ladies and gentlemen, the girls will entertain you now.
Oh, what are we? A singing troupe?
I hope so.
We got the great, fantastic crisp eater here.
I am el Crispitero Supremo.
I'm going to drink the wine just very quickly, just to get rid of it so I don't knock it over.
That's always a good plan.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Balcony Banter. The topic today is, what's the topic today?
Is mass tourism over?
Is
mass tourism over? Where do we go from here?
Yeah. I'm going to leave again and come back in.
Okay.
So I've got to remove from.
When we live.
That's true. Your commitment to the audience is fabulous.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't stress to say. Okay, Tree Sages online. Gordon told you no sound. No sound?
No sound.
Didn't we hear us eat the crisps?
We've been munching away, crunching away.
Yeah.
How about that? Is that better?
Should we say something?
Is that better? Okay. Now I know why. I didn't turn the sound on, that's why.
Do you know something, Tim?
No, see, the thing is, what we should do is meet here at 5:30 with everything set up, do the sound check, and then go live. Don't put loads of food on the table and then expect me to do everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's our fault.
Of course it's your fault.
Yeah, I was here at 5:27.
Exactly.
You told me to put stuff on the table.
Exactly.
So I'm just glad that it's my fault. I'm just glad we've got that sorted. And
I'm going to cheer away.
But they get used to it.
I can leave.
I'm way too blessed to be stressed on this lovely, beautiful
I'm
balcony.
way too blessed to be dressed. Here we go.
No, dressed. No.
Rest.
Oh.
I'm way
It's far too early.
So we're going to play a song now called Stripping Down Nude.
Is it later hosing time already?
That was Monday.
That was Monday. This is called Stripping Down Nude, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Horseman, thank you very, very much for the donation there. Our regular there, thank you very much. We hope we're giving you good value today. A little bit of fun, a little bit of sun, a little bit of music. And we're going to be talking today about, is mass tourism over? And yeah, I don't think it is, but that's just a quick answer from me. But I think the girls have got something to talk about there. I think one of them even took notes. And Christina is going to do a dissertation on the whole thing because she stayed up all night writing it. But unfortunately, her microphone's not working, so she can't say it.
Typical. You can borrow my microphone anytime you like, Chris.
Okay.
Well, I think the question, can I slightly change the question or at least add to it?
Well, it was your question. So
yeah, but it was kind of more, should mass tourism be dead? Should we be moving away from mass tourism to a different kind of tourism?
Okay.
Exactly. We would like you to engage and to comment.
And
right. So,
one of the reasons, actually, and it is so relevant today because, well, I don't know about any, I was watching the inauguration of Joe Biden. This arose for me when I was working as the editor of Island Connection newspaper when Bill Clinton was here in 2005. And he was here at the invitation of Ricardo Melchior. who was the president of the island at the time. And what he wanted to do, what he was hoping to do, was set up the islands of the Canary Islands as an Atlantic platform.
Mm.
And this was, if you think it, we're talking 15, 16 years ago now. So the social media wasn't as engaged as it was then. But he saw that the Canary Islands were perfectly placed geographically
Yeah.
to engage the African continent in business. So if you were a company based in Miami, you wanted to enter into the African market, but you wanted to do it from a European base because you felt it was more secure. The Canary Islands were just there. We have all the European infrastructure, security, and political kind of government that, you know, foreign investment companies like that come from Canada, from the States,
Yeah.
might trust. But you are, you know, and 40 minutes from Marrakesh, from the west coast of Africa. And one of the things Clinton was here and they set up this there was a Clinton initiative, but what they said was all that was needed maybe was improved infrastructure in the Canary Islands, so better communications in terms of electronic communications, and obviously there would need to be a real push in education in terms of educating our young people so that they were more, more advanced in technology, that they were here, that they were going to provide the human infrastructure who would invite these companies to come in, who would then be using the Canary Islands as a base. And I've thought of this before, something like, I think maybe a Singapore, so that this would be a gateway landmass that would link Europe, the Americas, and Africa.
There is a lot happening at the minute as well. I mean, we have, although maybe not as many tourists as before, but there's a huge quantity of digital nomads coming to the island.
But I wanted it to be for the indigenous, but I wanted it to be for my kid.
Yeah.
Because there's kids here who wildly intelligent, and the only thing, if they don't want to work in tourism at the moment, they're already leaving the island. Because at the moment, for the children who are born here, and I'm talking about children of nationalities from all over the world, there are very, very few opportunities for them. They can study in La Laguna, and most of them who study there will be studying. I mean, the way the university system seems to work here is that every university around Spain will be considered to be the best in something. So if you want to be a doctor, you probably have to go to La Palma. If you want to be a teacher, you can go to La Laguna. But if you want to be a biologist, you're probably going to have to go to the Spanish Peninsula. If you want to be a nuclear scientist, you're probably going to have to go to somewhere else on the peninsula. So, and otherwise you're looking at tourism. Now, that's very limiting. And the fact that we have seen for 10 months that tourism has not been a dependable industry for these islands, I think, has shown up a huge gap in our industrial landscape. And I don't think the authorities have actually taken it seriously at all. Obviously, their concern has been feeding people, keeping people in houses and homes and with clothes on their back. But there should be somewhere somebody in government saying this has shown up, that we need to actually move on and find and develop our educational system and develop an industry that is maybe touristic, but is beyond sun, sea, and chips, and people leaving school to work as waiters in hotels.
More a more sustainable kind of tourism, and engaging, of course, the local community and the next generation.
Very much so.
I think a lot of younger people and throughout the pandemic right now have come to learn new skills as well. There are so many who are homebound and using the time wisely, they put themselves into learning new skills, and I think that's enhancing their opportunity as well for maybe getting other jobs, even helping generate the tourism that we have on the island, and maybe looking also towards a different kind of options and other hotels or
But see, it has to be more than that, don't you think? It has to be not just about tourism. I mean,
No, it starts with little steps, and it starts
Agreed.
like ripple effect,
Yeah.
snowball effect, and a lot of people are becoming more aware and more conscientious about the environment. There's big movement going on in beach cleanups, in great, fantastic projects. I'm involved in one as well. Canary Green, they're called.
I know it. I've taken part in some of the things.
Exactly.
But does that create employment?
It will in the future.
It will.
No,
Okay.
it is something that is in baby shoes.
We got some people joining in online if you want to read out
Okay.
there.
I can't really read unless I go on my phone.
No, it's okay. I can tell you.
Okay.
So I don't think it's over, but the baby steps you get back to some normality, and trying to change the tourists, what you attract there, I don't think would work for a small island, says Wendy Liedl. Paul Webb says, hi all, hope you're all okay. Media talking about the COVID passport, same as smallpox one many years ago. Not that I remember that. Let's go some more. We did get a question from Raimundo and Pat on our question page. If you go to timothydow.com, right on the front page is the place where you can put questions. That's closed for today, but if you want a question for next week, you can put it there before the day, and we'll look at that. We only got one from Raimundo and Pat, and they were saying that if you go for only 5-star hotels and organized, then what are the little 2- and 3-star hotels, the private ones, going to do? Private.
No, I think that they can become family hotels, so they can, I mean, maybe move into rural tourism as well. But I mean, I do think even before the pandemic, for instance, here in Adeje, if you remember, there was a moratorium on building anything but 5-star hotels, which came in 15 years ago. And there haven't been any hotels that aren't 5-star built here in the last 15 years. And really, the island actively wants to move beyond that.
Yeah.
And a lot of renovation has been done as well, even on 3-star or apartment complexes. So a lot of renovation has been really done, and it has to be followed up by certain certifications, which are like ISO.
Yeah.
And those are all or like
FAO. Uwe.
Yeah, TÜV. So
okay.
So
standards.
Yeah. So and that has to be proven, and many hotels, they have to follow stricter rules than many years ago.
True. Very true.
Like for instance, in terms of how do you actually split your garbage?
Yeah, which we do now without thinking.
Everyone,
yeah.
But talking like 15 years ago,
didn't happen. That's very true.
But now it's taken very seriously.
Yeah. Look, a hotel like the Victoria Hotel, which I think has like 85% sustainability, and all of its water. I did a tour with Bobby Kennedy. I think we talked about him being here before. And they have a huge, enormous underground plant where they recycle all of the water that the hotel uses.
Exactly.
And so, that's what you're saying.
The Rio Hotel as well here, they do as well. And
I'm just thinking what you were saying brings it back in a way to something else that I was saying. I'm talking about digital nomads. I mean, and again, I think that is, if these islands, for instance, had hugely improved digital connections, you could have, I mean, my nephew it works in Berkeley, works for Berkeley, but he decided to move to New Orleans because all of the work he does is online. So he's now living in New Orleans, working for Berkeley in California. Now, if we could say the Canary Islands has got one of the best digital connectivities in the world, why don't you come and live here and continue to work wherever? I mean, this is the kind of forward thinking I think that people need to be doing.
And it is happening. It is already happening on a big scale.
But is the connection there? I mean, is the actual infrastructure there?
As all change is quite slowly.
True.
And mindsets to change certain mindsets, and especially in terms of work mindsets and paradigms of work, is quite challenging.
That's very true. Very true.
And not it doesn't only mean like the head of hotels.
No.
It's all.
And
all
it needs
levels.
to be taught from the beginning, doesn't it?
Exactly.
And this, we're back to schools as well, aren't we?
And I mean, look how resistant we all are towards change.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody really wants to be changed if it's forced upon.
Yeah,
right?
Even if they, in the back of their head, think actually that might be a good idea.
It is, but it's not. It's not
I
your
agree
own.
with you.
It's not generated.
Yes.
I did not generate this idea.
Yeah.
It's not coming from me. If it came from me, if it was my idea, then maybe I would look at it differently. But yeah. I mean, we all. Since globally we share the same planet, and there's not really a planet B, we have to look at opening our mind a little bit more towards options that there are, and that we can all actually benefit from on a larger scale.
I mean, the thing is, without tourism for now, the islands couldn't survive, because this tourism makes the hotels work, and the hotel pay the rates, and the rates keep local government going, and local government keeps regional government going. So all the other stuff that you're talking about, which is, you know, kind of, we're on the same page here, is still only ancillary. It's still only on the verges, isn't it?
It is, and we need everybody. It's like every little job or person or labor is involved, and it plays an important role. It's not like getting rid of it all. It has to like co-function.
Exactly.
I hate to butt in, ladies. You're in a wonderful conversation there. We got quite a few comments coming through.
Go on.
Okay.
One of them was, "Can't you mute their mics and let them read our stuff?"
I'll just eat more crisps.
Ray and Pat said, "Oh, I've lost it now." Ray and Pat said, Minorca tried the rural hotel and upgrading hotels and the villa and apartment accommodation, all have followed by raising the prices of accommodation, restaurants, and this priced us out of long stays." So that was
Well, Brexit's going to do that anyway, isn't it?
That's true for a lot of people. Talking politics nonsense. Tourism is tourism. It's worldwide, says Lee. Hello, everybody from a very wet, windy Dorset. Those are the questions. Those are the ones I like, when there's windy somewhere else. Honeybee says, "I totally agree." No, this reads, "I totally agree with Nick Wilkinson." And we missed Nick Wilkinson's thing, so we don't know what that is. It keeps rushing up there. Okay, it's a little bit different today. We had a really lively discussion. Usually we find it hard to discuss, and I'm reading out a lot of comments. I missed a lot here. Some people are saying that Andrew's gone live the same time, and it's not fair. I just want people to say, and I'm going to put my camera on for this. I just want people to let you know, we're not in competition with Andrew. Andrew does his thing, I do my thing, we do our thing, and the people who want to watch us are here. We're on afterwards as well, so you can do something. You don't have to be here live, although we do like to interact with you guys. We prefer it if more people came on and chatted to us instead of just typing in the comments. And Gordon and Tree Surgeon, all they need is the chat anyway. They're not even listening to us.
Actually, Tim, you haven't even mentioned that we're on level 2, which is why we're actually all together.
In fact, I think they already know that, because everybody went online on Monday and did it, and I tried to wait till the POC, but it didn't come out. So. But we are in level 2 now, so we're allowed to meet physically. Not only that, but we can have a little bit to eat as well, and a little glass of wine, which I'm hoping somebody's going to refill for me now.
One.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there's another one.
That's why I put you 2.
Okay.
Because I'm driving.
Nimm zwei.
Okay. So the theory today was that we were going to say what's the future for Tenerife, and we don't have the answers. We're exactly the same as you guys. We're always thinking, and because we live here, we see it from 3 different angles. We see it from the 900,000 people that live and work here. We look at the people who work in the tourist industry and the way that they are really slave labor.
Yeah.
And they don't get paid a lot, and everybody's doing profit and nobody's doing quality. And so what we would like to see is the quality going up, paying the locals more so that the locals can afford more to bring into the economy.
Mm.
So it's not the 5 million people that we want every year. It's the 3 million that spend more, or the 3 million that come and experience something. And I think that it's very important that we're not doing it as a class thing. We're not saying the fish and chips and $1 a pint we don't want anymore. I think there will always be room for fish and chips and $1 a pint wherever you go in the world.
Yeah.
And I think also that those people,
and there's absolutely nothing wrong with a nice pint.
Because we
Exactly.
like that too.
We love that too.
but sometimes it sounds like we're sort of saying we just want posh people to come in and give us loads of money, but that's not true. I think what it is that we're saying that the way that things are going now, it's going to be more expensive to travel, because you're going to have to do a lot more things. You saw in the latter half of last year that everything went up by the price of a PCR test. And also, all of the hotels here have had to invest massively in safety, and that is going to be reflected in the prices for 2021, 22. So it is going to be more expensive. The airlines, there's going to be less airlines, and they're going to be able to not be able to offer those packages that they used to offer, because less people are actually going to be working. And
also, there's also a generational thing
No,
here as well, Tim. You've muted me.
No, I haven't.
I mean, like when I first came here 21 years ago, it was a similar kind of an argument going on. But I now have a 15-year-old, and lots of my friends have 15, 16, and 17-year-olds who are multinational Canarians with aspirations. But they should be staying here as well and trying to give back to these islands or grow in these islands. But at the moment, most of them are leaving because the only jobs are the badly paid jobs in the hotel sector.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, as people who listen to us know, I have because I work for the Adeca Council, I will generally give them a mention. And they're the only university campus in the south of the island. They have a tourism diploma, which is great, but it's still just tourism. I mean, I'd love to see a business management diploma or degree course as well being offered. But there isn't enough. If mass tourism is the only tourism here, it's like a vicious circle in a way, because there just won't be anything that keeps the kind of people, the kind of young people on the islands who will actually be there to build something different or to evolve the tourism sector.
Understand. So yeah, I mean, as we say, this pandemic has given us the chance not to do a reset, but to do a rethink.
Yeah.
And don't forget, there were lots of projects going on earlier on, like the tech holidays, I think one was called, or future tech holidays, and also the higher quality experience holidays. And those are actually going to be more to the fore now. But it's not going, as I say, it's not going to stop people coming over for a quick few days, having sun, sea, sand, and sangria. That's always going to happen. It's just that it probably isn't going to be that you're going to come over for 3 times 2 weeks.
No,
because the price is going to change.
And I don't think they will be building. I mean, the places that people who do come on those lovely short or mid stay breaks, I don't know if they're going to build any more of those places.
Okay.
So the infrastructure that is here now for people who want a quick, cheap break, there won't be any additions to those infrastructure, I believe. Instead, I mean, sports tourism is another thing I think that has a future, because it's kind of built into care for the care for the environment as well. I mean, Tenerife, Adeje, here I am again, is the top destination for winter paragliding. So we have huge swathes of people who come over here for the European Champions or the Open, the paragliding Open in the winter, because of the thermals, apparently, which is not underwear. But I mean, so that can be built on. Look, if you turn the camera around, we have the most amazing ocean out there.
We do.
Now, sports tourism and that ocean, just an opportunity waiting to happen. And it doesn't have to be about high-speed power jets. It can be swimming competition. It can be scuba diving. It can be the El Hierro Open scuba diving photography competition. Like, all those kind of things can be a form of tourism that is slightly different. And that, I've talked about this with Janet Anscombe.
I listened to the podcast. Yeah.
Right. So it's based on experience.
Yeah.
So people will want to go on holidays for an experience.
I'm going to say hi to a few people.
I'll shut up again. Mute me.
I'll mute you. Yeah. So have a crisp.
just one.
Have a Kit Kat.
For those of you just joining us, we're having a great conversation here about the future of tourism, and we do have special guests here. We have Juliane Nendel as always, and we got Clio, who's the new girl on the block, but she's been in like 3 or 4 weeks now. She's a permanent part of Balcony Banter.
Unfortunately,
no, it's not unfortunately, but she does drive the conversations, and she is one of those people that does have a lot to say, but it's always well qualified and through experience. As I say, she's been here 21 years, so she should know what she's talking about. She does have a few bees in her bonnet, and she does have a daughter here, so she has a certain way of looking at things. And she also works for the council, so she's in the know with certain things that we don't know about.
And biased, slightly
and a little bit biased, yeah. But I mean, we're all biased. I mean, I don't do anything apart from this. I got to shout out the Crack Master that came in earlier on and started chatting and said, "I hope I'm not spamming," but I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was just trying to get everybody. And then the Mac Master just came in, and Lee is the guy that got me into these lives and stuff. In fact, I think I got him into it, but you know what I mean. He got me enough people that I could actually go live. So I got to thank that guy, and everybody else that's joined us. There's 243 people online right now. We started with about 170, and those of you who've just joined us, it's a bit more of a serious conversation at the moment. I want to bring it back to a little bit of lightheartedness and give you the latest COVID details.
Is there like a little ta-da? COVID figures?
Can I do that? Can I do that?
You saved it today, yeah?
Good segue.
Here we go. Nice news. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the White House. We have a new president today. This is Fox News. Okay, so basically, I don't have the new latest COVID figures because I was, but what I have seen in the last 3 days is a downward trend in Tenerife, an upward trend in Gran Canaria and Fuerteventura. But the latest COVID figures is we are on the right track. We are well below the 50 now. Well, I think we're about 43 yesterday of the average active cases in the last 7 days. So I think we are doing well. Since Monday, we're now in level 2. But level 2 changes on the 28th, which is when the special measures finish. So even though that we're staying in level 2, there will be some special measures that will finish. And those measures are...
Well, curfews.
The curfew. So the curfew will cease to exist.
Hopefully.
If the special measures get lifted on the 23rd or 28th.
I think it's this weekend, actually.
This weekend. So,
maybe the
23rd, yeah. So on the 23rd, they're going to reevaluate the special measures. So we're in tier 3 plus special measures. And if the special measures go away...
We're in tier 2.
Tier 2. In fact, we're not in tier 2 because there is no tiers.
We're in level 2.
It's level 2.
42. No, sorry.
it's level medium alerta 2 or something.
Oh,
there's a
look at you.
Yeah, so everything's going in the right
So
direction.
we're not talking about age.
We're not talking about
or my favorite group, level 42.
Exactly. I can't stop him. I can't stop. I'm going to have to mute these guys.
What have you invited us here for?
We invite you because we love you. Because we love you.
And I brought the crisps.
And you brought the crisps.
And you're an amazing crisp eater.
My speciality.
Straight into the microphone. So I've missed a load of comments. We will read them afterwards. We can't go back and get them. Somebody's shouting here, don't be afraid to press the thumbs up button. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you, done tricking you.
Thank you.
Peter Bowley says, ask Andrew, not Tim. What's happening with there? As I say, why is Andrew Knight begging for PayPal donations when he owns a business? No, we don't want to discuss things like that on this channel. And Andrew is a nice guy. We're good friends. We're not in competition. And sometimes he does something the same time as I do. Other times I do something the same time as he does. And if you want to, you can watch both of us. You just can't watch both of us live. Well, actually, Raimundo and Pat actually do that. They've got a TV and an iPad and an iPhone and whatever, and they watch everybody all at the same time.
CNN and Fox.
Simon did ask whether I'd met the new guy on the island doing the blogs, which is, I can't remember his name.
Oh, the guy who does the Tenerife tours and goes around the bus stations and stuff as well.
No, I don't know. He was the guy that was in Asia.
Don't know.
Anyway, no, I haven't met him.
Obviously.
I haven't met him.
Oh, we'd know who he was.
We knew who he was, yeah.
Can I ask? Why don't we ask the people a question? The people.
What do you mean? You're going to give them a chance to answer?
I'll shut up. I'll eat more crisps. Very simply, if a holiday cost, I don't know, 10% more, would they come back to Tenerife or would they look for somewhere else to go? Is it only the price that matters?
Okay, that's a good question. So is it only the price that matters? And if 10% is a good price to play for a better quality holiday, would you do it? Ali Bennett says, laugh, laugh, Tim. Okay. I'm speaking this now, but you'll get this in 30 seconds. So they're answering the question before now. It's Jeff Carter is the guy. No, I've never met Jeff Carter. I have seen him though on his blogs and on the Crackmasters blog this morning. But we don't meet. Is Andrew in the house? Hey Andrew, if you're in the house. I love you. Oh, there he is. Well said, Tim. Evening all. Just joined in. I said my premiere. You read the comments. I told everyone to watch Tim, who's live as mine, not live. I'm glad any comments showing up here. Yay! So yeah. So the difference between a premiere and a live is the premiere is the guy who's doing it is in the chats, and the live is that we're here and we can't chat. So actually, I'm thinking the premiere is a better thing, really, because then you can interact with it whilst it's going on in the background. At the moment, I'm sort of juggling 5 things. But I think it's great that I've got 3 people here that really can carry the conversation on, and maybe I'll just stay in the background. You know?
No, Timmy, baby.
No. Then at the end, I'll come and just show you in my later hose. You'll all be happy. No, I really do appreciate you guys.
No wonder Chris keeps her dark glasses on.
And,
Let's took them off.
Good timing.
there we go.
Now the sun goes down anyway.
Oh look,
The ferry boat.
The ferry there. Let's see if I can get this.
that is a sunset, guys.
It is, huh? Oh, please
Okay.
take a photo.
It's not gonna
gonna
work.
try.
I don't think. Hang on. Oh, I gotta get
beautiful.
Elaine off. Sorry, Elaine. I gotta put you off here.
Wow.
I don't think I can do it. No, it's blowing out. It's blowing out. I can't show you the sunset tonight. Oh my God.
Wow. That's kind of gorge.
Let me see if I can
Yep.
do it like this. Let me see if we can do it like this. Hang on.
Well,
They do say that you don't have to be quick and hectic, Tim. So I'm actually going to not be quick and hectic now. I'm going to go to the back camera, which is that one, and I'm going to see if you can see the sunset there. Can I do that?
Mhm.
Turn my camera off.
oh look, and you can see it.
There we go.
If people can look, they can
Oh,
see
yeah.
El Hierro
Oh, you can see El Hierro.
and a boat
Yes.
silhouetted in front of El Hierro.
Oh wow! I don't know if that's coming over as well
That's-
as well
Yeah,
as it
it,
is.
stunning.
it really is
But
beautiful.
that really is nice. I don't know whether it's coming up really, but that is our sunset from our balcony.
Wow.
That is balcony banter there and then. We really love this, lady. Just let's relax and watch this, shall we? Oh, this is really nice. Oh, let me do a little bit of music on here.
Don't even need crisps.
No.
Can you see?
Here we go. Oh wow, that was great, ladies and gentlemen. I really enjoyed that.
No
Let me
matter
s-
how long we live here, that's amazing. Isn't
It is amazing, yeah. Let's just do this. I'm going to put you back like this way. I'm going to put it on the corner here because then I can get Juliane in better.
She's wearing funky braces. It's worth looking at her.
I'm in the mood for dancing.
Woo! Timmy Baby is back! Woohoo! Back
Okay.
Dance the night away.
We got an answer to your question from somewhere.
Saying,
Mark Wiltshire says 10% for our 2 months will be just about okay, but any more than that, and we would have to cut down to 6 weeks.
okay, so, but they would still come back to Tenerife.
They would still come, yeah.
That's
Crackmaster saying lovely, lovely sunset, gorgeous, better than last night. It definitely is, says Andrew. Firefly Robert, afternoon. You can see La Palma too. That's actually El Hierro.
That's El Hierro.
El Hierro, yes.
La Palma is on the other side.
Yeah, I can't see La Palma from my. You can see it from Los Cristianos, not from Los
Look how
Cristianos,
clear
from
it is now.
Las
It
Americas.
is really clear.
I have never seen El Hierro that clear, actually.
Let's get
Oh
another
my
shot.
goodness.
Let me see if I can turn my camera off and you get a full screen there. And we get Firefly off there. So if you can see now, the big lump just by the building on the right is La Gomera. And after that, and it's not very good on this camera, unfortunately, but between La Gomera and the sun
Exactly.
is El Hierro. And we don't often see that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this camera on. I'm going to turn this camera off because I want to be able to photograph it. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to photograph it for you and then see if I can upload the photograph. That's going to be interesting.
I'm going to take a pic how you take a pic. Ah!
I've sent one to the Balcony Banter group. I don't know if that'll help, Tim. There we go. There's another one. Wow. How lucky are we, eh?
We are very lucky. Let me
Would
see
you
if
pay 10% more for that view?
And Clio sent me one as well. I can't download that just yet, but
Okay.
what I can do is go back into StreamYard, go to brand, go to backgrounds. I'm going to use it as a background. I'm going to add a background. So this is why I do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do it from my photo library. I'm going to add the background and say choose. Hopefully it's not going to be too big to upload. Juliane is sending me pictures as well. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try. Oh, there's the girls. Look, there we go. You don't look as orange now. I think what it was pre-sunset. You were still in the Trump camp with the orange hue. And now you're no longer Trump's.
I am so glad
I know.
have been your first
So
lady.
ladles and jelly spoons. What's going to happen now? I put this on the background. So I'm going to kill the camera here. I'm going to kill the camera here. And now that is, you can't see it, but I'm going to put this camera back to the way it was. Okay, now this is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. This is really, really nice. Really nice. Sorry.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
No, I'm stealing. So let's go and have this really nice. Let's do this. So I'm stealing everybody's catchphrase now. I've got to
make it so.
Make it so. Okay, I'm going to go to front camera. Done.
Oh, it's really beautiful.
That is beautiful.
It's one of the nicest sunsets I've seen in years.
You know what? I forgot to shave.
Luckily, I don't have to look at you.
I forgot to shave.
No time.
Terrible,
Tim,
terrible.
we're looking at El Hierro, little Timmykins. Don't worry.
Timmykins? Don't start that one. I've got Timmy Baby. I don't want Timmykins as well.
Bit late.
So that's out there now, is it? Timmykins?
Well, it's an alternative, isn't it?
Timmy-Kind, ja. Das Kind ist in den Brunnen gefallen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you too can have a nickname like me if you have
for a small charge.
If you have 3 women that really, really love you.
Inspired by the sunset.
Okay, we're 43 minutes in. We've had a fantastic sunset. It was a great conversation at the beginning. People have come back, and I do apologize that I haven't been able to read all your comments. I really think that this is the way to connect to people. I think throw something out there, whatever your politics are. I think it's important that we all respect everybody else's view, unless you're a Nazi. Okay?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So I respect anybody's view unless you're a hateful person.
Huh.
Okay. So as long as you're being nice to everybody, then that's great. And what we try and do is to give people an idea of what could happen. Obviously, in a year's time when we're sat here, we're going to be looking back and it will be totally different. I mean, I remember looking back at my life and living in lots of different places, it's a long life. I think if you stay in one place, it goes very quick when you get older. But for us, it's been a long life, and nothing has ever turned out the way I envisaged it. So we stopped envisaging.
Oh, that's a very good philosophy of life.
Yeah.
I like that.
We live for the moment. We live for now.
Huh.
I do worry a little bit about the immediate future sometimes, but at the moment, nothing is ever envisaged. In fact, we went to the hospital in Santa Cruz, the Candelaria Hospital, the university hospital, and we talked to the top guy in the world for MS.
Great.
And he said, Christine, and he could actually speak German as well. A little bit of German. He knew what the German word for curtains was, yeah? Vorhänge.
Well, then you total confidence then. Utter confidence.
If anybody has MS out there, this isn't a downer. This is quite positive, although it is, it is quite positive. He said they've just finished a 25-year long-term study, and all the things that you take to alleviate the symptoms of MS during the time have no effect on the progression of the disease at all. That means you are here today where you would have been had you taken nothing.
And that was a bit annoying because I took a lot. They talked me into taking many things.
But what happened was, taking the medicine and getting better became your life.
Okay.
And when he said this, the illness had no role in our lives anymore.
It stopped dominating.
It stopped dominating in our minds, and so acceptance came in, and with acceptance came happiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's amazing.
And you attracted better.
And
that's amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And the thing is it wasn't that he was defeatist. He was saying that this was a study, and because I was saying, if you don't give a cortisone now, I'm taking it back to Germany, because they were refusing to give a cortisone without a cerebral scan, and the cerebral scan was a waiting list for 18 months. So I paid for a private one of 250 euros, went back to the hospital, and I was sort of saying, she needs the cortisone. And he says, she doesn't, it's not going to help. Cortisone stops inflammation. Her inflammation stopped years ago.
Wow.
And so, Paul Cole, thank you so much, sir.
How did that make you feel, Chris?
Thank you so much.
I mean, long term, how did it make you feel?
Yeah, it's better.
It's better.
And then we don't have to worry about things.
So you don't
try things and read the internet.
Or running out of medication, or so it's helped your state of mind. That's so positive.
Definitely did, yeah.
Which is the source.
Yeah.
And Tim's a bit more quiet as well. He's not so ungeduldig.
Impatient.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Excuse
because
me
I
for a
mean,
minute, please.
you are a team.
Yeah.
There we go.
And if
we got a flashing lights.
And if one of the team is too impatient, then it also doesn't work. But that gives a better foundation.
He's still impatient when I don't understand computer stuff. That's something else.
Tim, if you can manage to get a word in, tell Christina that hubby got the all clear from his radiotherapy treatment, and he'll be watching you later. He thinks the world of Christina. This is Mary Ann's husband.
Oh, hello.
And Ian says, I am a carer and have saved for the 3 years to visit. Okay, I am a carer and have saved for 3 years to visit, as I am only on the minimum wage. Hopefully visiting in August, already booked, and I've budgeted for unseen extras. Afterwards, we'll save 3 more. Ian, if you come over, if you budget, let me just put my camera back on here. If you budget well, you can have a fantastic time here.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, on the island, I was talking to somebody who's thinking of moving over, And I was saying, as long as you move over and you don't think you're a tourist, that you're going out every day to eat and you're going down and you're getting drunk, or you're starting your beers at 2:00. You got to start at 3 if you live here. Then it's a great place to live, and also you can live quite cheaply here. So even if you come on holiday, if you take the time to walk or get the bus up to the supermarket the other side of the motorway, then you're gonna save 10% anyway.
And learn a bit of Spanish. It's always my bugbear.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn Spanish, and I do not get paid for this, this is not a paid promotion. In fact, he refuses to give me an affiliate link, although he has given me an extension of my course. Anyway, it's called Spanish with Paul. Spanish with Paul. If you're online and you can't get in, you can't come and live here, do Spanish with Paul for a year and you'll be as good as me. Verdad?
Verdad.
Verdad.
Das stimmt.
Okay. JJ says, what's for dinner tonight, Tim? Well, actually, we have some, we got some on the table. We got sausage rolls that I made. Let's unpack a sausage roll and show everybody.
Potato salad.
Uh-huh.
And rocket
and tomato salad.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Give us a thumbs up.
Wow.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks yummy.
Fantastic.
It's a sausage roll with sage and onion stuffing.
Oh, damn. I have to go and pick up the child.
Oh, you can take some with you.
No, she's a vegetarian.
Well, you can take some with you and hide it.
It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't deprive you.
I've even got vegan croquettes.
Well, then in a balcony banter soon, why don't we invite her for the last 10 minutes?
We can. Oh, we can if the special measures go down.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
After the special measures, we can have more than 4 people.
Well, she doesn't finish school because she doesn't finish school till 7 in the evening now. Anyway.
Is that real school or is that theatre
secondary
school?
Secondary school.
Till 7.
Yeah, I told you. Her school, her class is from 2 to 7.
That's right. It's split, isn't it?
But today is Fiesta de San Sebastian here in Adeje. It's actually very quickly because today is the day normally they have. If anyone's ever been here, is the day when all the horses.
I'm sorry, you're not on camera. There you go.
Where all the horses are ridden into the sea for a blessing, for a bathing down in the Ramada Beach in La Caleta, because San Sebastian is one of the patron saints of this borough.
La Ramada Beach in La Caleta is the same one where everybody lands.
That's right, from the paragliding.
From the paragliders,
and there's the blessing of the animals. But like thousands of people go to watch this incredible event where the horses are blessed, and then they accompany the statue of San Sebastian down to the beach. And
I actually speak horse, and what they're saying is, "What, you want me to go in the sea in the winter?"
And the ones that say, "Well, then it's off my back with you, laddie," and they toss them. But obviously, it didn't happen this year, which is a big shame.
It is a big shame, but I'm sure next year, if you want to come over this time of year, it's a beautiful daytime. In the night, it's in the high teens, which for us is cold, but for you guys, if you're coming from Britain, it'll be high summer. And that's about it today, is it?
Well, I have to make an early and quick departure.
You have an early quick departure. That's going to be more sausage rolls for me.
And less chat from me.
No, I tell you what. All joking aside, you carry the conversation. You're really, really good at that.
Yeah.
And you've got so much knowledge that I'd love to have you every day here because it's amazing. And ladies and gentlemen,
inner politician.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, in the description is a link to Anchor FM, to the Canary Cast podcast, which is published every week.
Yeah. By
Clio and Janet Anscombe, MBE, on the island. Both journalists. They're both professionals, and if they say it, it must be true.
And can I plug, because in fact, this Friday, all being well, I will be recording 2 or 3 questions with the British consul, who's going to be here. She's normally based in Malaga, in the south of Spain. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be asking her, I've asked her, can I talk to her about passports, stamping and visas and all that kind of thing that is especially important for the people who like to come here and live long term, or for their 5 months of the year.
Yeah,
because they're worried about Brexit.
Okay.
So hopefully we will be recording that interview on Friday, and it'll be in next week's Canary Cast.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make sure there's another link, and I'll also put up on our community page and on my website a link to the Canary Cast as well. And next week you should hopefully be able to hear the interview with the consul whose name escapes me.
Charmaine Arboin.
Charmaine Arboin. And which consul is it?
The British consul. Yeah, because obviously this is a Brexit issue.
Okay.
All right. So
Charmaine
with that,
Arboin.
I shall leave you guys and enjoy your dinner.
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much.
everybody for tuning in and putting up with me.
And if you just could put on the light.
I will. And I'll take my headphones.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Let me unplug them.
See you next Wednesday.
You're unplugged.
Okay. God forbid that I would spill any wine on my way out the door.
Spilling wine on the way out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. See you.
Bye.
Derek, thank you so much for the donation there. And did I miss one?
It's on the floor.
Paul.
On the floor.
Oh, it's a button on the floor.
I can't do bending.
No, just
your foot. It's a foot switch.
Foot switch. Thank you.
There we go. Bit of light. Let there be light, as I say. I've got to get this this parasol behind me down. So, Clio's is a lovely one. Hi, Tim. I'm a bus driver in England. Is there vacancies, also regulations to become a driver? There are regulations here to become a driver. I think it's the test that you take in Britain, you have to take again in Spanish here. And now, I think it was, Anacant in English, recognized. It was recognized, but it's no longer recognized. So I think you do have to take the test here to become a bus driver. I'm assuming tourism buses, or did you want to drive the line bus, the Titsa bus? To get one of those jobs, I think is pretty hard. And it depends on how good your Spanish is, of course. But if you want to become one of the tourist bus drivers, I'm sure there's a lot of companies there that are going to be looking for people. To come over and do that might be hard because there is a waiting list of people who actually live here without jobs that already have that. So
and waiting for the tourists.
And waiting for the tourists to come back. So it could be a long wait, but if you're not in a rush, then it is definitely possible. Terry's saying, don't think so. As long as you have a PCV, there shouldn't be any issues. Wendy, and breathe. Bye, Clio. You don't like Clio, Wendy? Paul Cole, might give the restaurant a miss when I get over. Just come and knock your door. You know, if anybody wants to come over, we don't accept. We don't accept, but we don't really have people over to eat because I'm pretty terrible. I'm a good cook, but I'm pretty terrible. So we only have Juliane and Clio. That's about it, really. But if you want to meet up somewhere,
yeah,
or I'll make you a care packet. Reed's today was a spicy Italian minestrone. There we go.
Wow.
Okay, reading all the comments, I think Tenerife needs to be careful about increasing prices because doesn't matter how much people love the island, if they haven't got the budget, they won't go. And what we actually found was that you're right, the people on a budget didn't come, but the people who were here were spending a lot more money. So the people that came over in the bad time, if you like, they actually spent more money per capita than in the good times, if you like. So you're right. I think if you're on a budget, those holidays are going to be. You're going to have to be one of the first to get the deals there, but they'll still be possible. It'll still be possible, and also those types of holidays that are adventure-y type holidays that generally cost more than in a higher class hotel with private. I mean, Juliana used to work for a guy that organized stuff like that. Yeah,
but also that one is more in the higher category because it's obviously excursions that are not they were tailor-made excursions.
Okay.
So somebody who had a bit of knowledge about the island, they could say, oh, I want to go there and there.
Okay.
So those were tailor-made excursions, which not many do offer.
So they would say, like, I'd like to take a helicopter over to La Gomera, then come back on a yacht,
for example.
Okay.
Or go some place where a normal organized excursion would not go to, or would not do that type of route.
Okay.
Would take a standard route.
Did I miss something? Benidorm from tomorrow having to close bars and restaurants in curfew at 8 o'clock. Paul Cole says he's only joking. We'll see. I mean, I don't mind 1 or 2 people, but if everybody turns up, I'm gonna be flummoxed. And then I hate washing up. You know me. I am getting a dishwasher though. Christina's promised me a dishwasher.
Oh, really?
As soon as we get Tim's company pension.
Okay. So you got your watch and Tim gets a dishwasher. Isn't that balance? I mean, balance. It's all balance.
Somebody's saying there was a big explosion in Madrid today. I don't know.
It was. I've heard about it.
Yeah. Was it a terrorist attack or something?
They didn't know.
They didn't know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been the hour now. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining in today. I'd like to thank all those people that contributed by asking questions. I'd like to think that, just answer this one. Peter Porter, we have no idea. I'm thinking plan for June, but I could be wrong. So do you think we'll be able to fly to Tenerife in March? I think people might be able to, if UK comes below the risk country like Ireland, then you can come today, I think. Are they allowing people in today from Ireland?
I don't know.
No, I'm not too sure. But yeah. And Nathan's just saying, okay, Peter's saying, doesn't matter regarding Benidorm is completely dead, going to Benidorm Stuff YouTube channel. I think as a big holiday company should give some money to the local hotels which are struggling, as the big holiday companies take all the money out of the local area. And Reeds from Leeds says, take some doing, Peter. Okay. Graham Shue says, cheers, Tim. I don't have any wine left.
Again.
Actually, I'm gonna have a glass. I'm gonna have a beer.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I fancy a beer.
Goes
better with the sausage roll.
Cheers.
So we come for the hour. Ladies, have you got anything to say to our wonderful friends, the Balconistas?
Yeah, Balconistas.
I've got to find out who's recommended that. I look back and it was in one of these live chats, and I've got to watch each video and watch the live chat as it goes. If you're listening, whoever it was, if you're watching, please contact me. Go to timothydow.com, send me an email, or give me a call. My phone number's on there as well. And let me know who it is, because you guys are the Balconistas, and I suppose you've all been waiting for Vamos a la Playa, haven't you? Do you think?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen,
soon.
This is Tim, Christina, Juliane, and posthumously, or not posthumously, what is it called? And and from Clio too.
And Clio.
Not posthumously. Okay.
Vamos a la playa.
Balance.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that little bell for notifications for when I upload new videos.
And in the meantime, they can always check out our channels, right? So
yeah, and don't forget to go and check out Juliane.
Before you come back to the island, you can always look on our channels and see what we got going.
Exactly. Vamos a la playa. Okay. I've got to play this and then we're out. Bye.
Bye.